Please welcome back Joe Mullings.
Our keynote focused on highly transformative area in modern medicine, digital pathology, something I'm really tracking on. I think this is the next huge category in the medtech industry. First, we'll begin with Jim Rogers, who's the CEO of Mayo Clinic Digital Pathology. And Jim will highlight how Mayo Clinic is advancing digital pathology and clinical use applications in commercial endeavors. And then we'll be treated to a talk from a true innovator in this space, Dr. Camile Farah. Camile and I have known each other a couple years, and you're going to have a real treat there. He's the CEO and Managing Director of Optiscan Imaging. And Optiscan's an Australian publicly traded company that develops, manufactures, commercialized digital pathology and precision surgery hardware and software solutions to enable optical biopsy for diagnostic and surgical applications. And we'll conclude with a discussion by Bill Peters, President and CEO of On Target Laboratories, so we can dive further into Camile and Jim's expert insights.
Good morning. It's a privilege to address you today on a topic that is not only close to my heart, but central to the future of medicine: the transformative potential of digital pathology in modern healthcare. As a clinician, a pathologist, educator, and innovator who has witnessed and contributed to the evolution of pathology from analog to digital, I'm convinced that we stand at the threshold of a revolution that will redefine how we diagnose, treat, and ultimately care for our patients. My name is Camile Farah. I'm the CEO and Managing Director of Optiscan Imaging, an Australian publicly listed medical technology company, changing the paradigm of what we mean by digital pathology. I'm honored to be delivering this keynote address at the 2025 Mayo Clinic Beahrs Surgical Innovation Summit, having been a panelist in 2024 and a first-time attendee in 2023, at which time discussions of a potential collaboration between Optiscan and Mayo Clinic were underway. This was ultimately signed in 2024, and we are now 18 months into co-collaboration. I would like to acknowledge all those involved in making that a success, many of who are in the room today, and for the ongoing opportunities the two organizations continue to explore. In searching for a clinical partner for Optiscan, I set the bar extremely high. As will become evident in this presentation, we came to the home of the frozen section on purpose, with the belief that if you want to be the best, you need to work with the best, and you need to test yourself against the best. Throughout my career, I have led multidisciplinary teams in digital transformation initiatives across healthcare, integrating AI, molecular diagnostics, and real-time imaging into clinical and pathology workflows. I'm passionate about bridging the gap between technology and better patient outcomes, and I believe that digital pathology holds the key to a new era in precision medicine. Today, I will attempt to take you on a journey exploring the possibilities, the opportunities, the realities, and the challenges faced by digital pathology, while also highlighting Optiscan's digital solutions, and hopefully leave you in no doubt about the potential of the evolving and transformational nature of digital pathology in modern healthcare. For decades, pathology has been the backbone of modern medicine, yet it has remained one of the most analog and least agile disciplines. Every field of medicine relies on pathology for definitive diagnosis, but the traditional workflow centered on glass slides and manual reporting has created significant bottlenecks in patient care. Billions are spent on robotics and digital imaging, yet critical decisions are still made on analog glass slides. Analog pathology workflows are slow and reactive, inefficient and costly. They limit accessibility and collaboration and limit opportunities for innovation. To truly advance patient care, we must break free of the limitations of analog pathology. The transition to digital workflows is not just about speed, it's about accuracy, accessibility, and the ability to harness new technologies that can transform diagnosis, treatment, and research. By overcoming the analog bottleneck, we open the door to a future where pathology is dynamic, collaborative, and central to precision healthcare. Digital pathology is not just an incremental improvement, it's a paradigm shift. The transition from analog to digital removes many of the barriers that have historically slowed down diagnosis and treatment. Digital slides can be instantly accessed, analyzed, and shared with colleagues across the globe in the current form, enabling rapid second opinions and multidisciplinary collaborations. However, imagine a world where tissue is imaged digitally in real time at the point of care, where doctors diagnose conditions on the spot without a physical biopsy, where surgeons treat cancers completely, first time, every time, and importantly, where pathologists see cells live during surgery, not days after it, and where reports are generated and shared globally. With point-of-care digital pathology, tissue can be imaged live and interpreted in real time. This means that surgeons can receive immediate feedback during the procedure, allowing for faster and more informed decision-making. The ability to visualize tissue dynamically, zooming in on cellular details, comparing with historical cases, and leveraging pathologist expertise on demand transforms the diagnostic process from static and reactive to dynamic and proactive. Pathologists gain a dynamic view of tissue interacting with it in real time, which can expedite diagnosis, facilitate surgical decision-making, and improve patient outcomes. This is not a distant future. This is happening right now. This is what Optiscan imaging is all about. Ultimately, the digital leap in pathology is about transforming patient care. Faster, more accurate diagnoses leading to earlier and better interventions, better patient outcomes, and reduced healthcare costs. Reimagining pathology through digital transformation is not just about adopting new technology. It's about fundamentally changing how we diagnose, collaborate, and care for our patients. So as we discuss these transformative potential of digital pathology, it's essential to clarify two terms that are often used interchangeably but incorrectly. And these represent fundamentally different stages in the digital evolution of healthcare: digitization and digitalization. Digitization is the process of converting analog information, such as glass slides, handwritten notes, or printed reports, into a digital format. In pathology, this typically means scanning glass slides and creating high-resolution digital images, or whole slide images as we call them. They can be viewed on a computer or mobile device. Digitization improves accessibility, it enables remote sharing, and lays the groundwork for further technological advancements. However, it is essentially a one-to-one conversion. The underlying workflow remains unchanged. Digitalization, on the other hand, goes far beyond mere conversion. It is the integration of digital technologies into every aspect of the pathology workflow, fundamentally transforming how we operate. Digitalization enables end-to-end digital workflows, from tissue imaging at the point of care, through to AI-powered analysis, to instant report generation and global collaboration. It allows for real-time decision-making, remote consultations, and seamless integration with other clinical systems. Digitalization is about reimagining and optimizing processes, not just replicating them in digital form. This is the Optiscan advantage. When we say digital pathology, we do not mean mere digitization. We mean digitalization. To use an analogy from radiology, digitization is akin to scanning film X-ray into a digital copy. In pathology, digitization has helped us overcome some logistic barriers, such as physical transfer of glass slides and limitations of analog storage. But it is digitalization that will truly unlock the power of digital pathology, enabling AI-driven diagnostics, personalized medicine, and global collaboration. Much has been said about the frozen section. Traditionally, intraoperative assessment relies on frozen section pathology, developed and popularized right here in Rochester 120 years ago. Although revolutionary, it is labor-intensive, time-consuming, expensive, and limited by the need for significant physical tissue handling, possible sample error, tissue loss, and expert interpretation on-site unless digitized. Digital section pathology, however, powered by optical biopsy, represents a transformative leap to the frozen section. After a tumor is removed at surgery, optical biopsy can be applied to the resected tissue using advanced imaging technologies such as fluorescence confocal microscopy, developed by Optiscan to visualize cellular structures ex vivo in real time. This enables pathologists to assess tissue margins, identify pathology, and make critical decisions during the operation. The information is then relayed to the surgeon in a fraction of the time, without the delays and limitations of traditional frozen section methods. Our solution is tissue and cancer agnostic, works on fresh or fixed samples, on resections or small biopsies, and can be applied to a whole myriad of use cases, not only in the frozen section lab, but also in routine anatomical pathology laboratories. It can be integrated seamlessly with remote telepathology, which allows image review, annotation, and digital report generation from within its software. Importantly, the system works in both synchronous and asynchronous modes through cloud streaming, storage, and recall on demand. This workflow demonstrates the essence of gained value from incorporation of digitalization in anatomical pathology, as a point-of-care cellular imaging does in surgical practice. Telepathology, the practice of remotely viewing, interpreting, and sharing pathology images, has emerged as a transformative digital platform in clinical medicine. By leveraging high-resolution digital imaging and secure network technologies, telepathology enables pathologists to provide expert diagnostic services regardless of geographic location. The benefits of real-time telepathology are numerous and include remote diagnostics, real-time decision support, integrated multidisciplinary collaboration, and empowering of research and education. Telepathology is redefining clinical practice by making expert diagnostics accessible anywhere. In Optiscan's case, telepathology is enabled on both our surgical and laboratory devices, creating a seamless integration between the surgeon and the pathologist in one instance, and also between the pathology lab and the pathologist remotely in another, akin to teleradiology. As digital pathology continues to evolve, telepathology will be central to the delivery of precision medicine and improving patient care worldwide. So let's talk about end-to-end digital workflows. A fully digital pathology workflow bridges that gap between surgery and pathology. Tissue is imaged at the point of care, interpreted digitally, and reports generated without ever creating a glass slide. This is pathology's radiology moment. Finally, digital from the outset, not just at the end of the process. What we call point of care, or dynamic, or live, or real time, or front-end digital pathology, versus what we currently do, which is delayed, static, still, or back-end whole-slide imaging pathology. So in fact, the term we use currently for digital pathology should really be termed digitized pathology. What we're doing and what we hope to bring to patients and what we consider to be the future of end-to-end digital solutions and workflows from surgery to pathology is actual digital pathology. Nowhere is this more explicitly demonstrable than in minimally invasive procedures. Digital pathology can support minimally invasive procedures by integrating real-time imaging, robotics, telepathology streaming, and AI-driven analytics. Surgeons can access instant cellular level information during a procedure, enabling more precise interventions, achieving first-time margin clearance, and making faster and more meaningful treatment decisions, and of course, reducing the need for repeat surgeries. This leads to better patient safety, lower costs, and improved recovery times. Our devices are designed specifically to bridge that continuum between surgery and pathology and can be used as standalone devices or part of a fully integrated digital end-to-end workflow, depending on clinician preference, hospital need, available infrastructure, resources, and desired outcomes. The future of pathology is inextricably linked to personalized medicine. By integrating genomics, proteomics, molecular profiling, pathologists can identify unique biomarkers that characterize individual patients. This enables highly targeted therapies, improving outcomes and reducing adverse effects. In this case, digital pathology is a catalyst for this transformation. Super high-resolution digital imaging and AI-powered analytics allow us to detect subtle molecular and cellular differences that may not be visible through traditional methods. For example, digital pathology platforms can analyze tissue samples for specific genetic mutations, protein expressions, or other molecular markers that define a patient's disease at the most granular level. This molecular information is then used to guide treatment decisions. Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, clinicians can select therapies that are most likely to be effective for each patient's unique profile. For cancer patients, this might mean choosing targeted therapies that attack only malignant cells expressing certain biomarkers, sparing healthy tissue, and minimizing side effects. Moreover, digital pathology supports non-destructive, longitudinal monitoring and surveillance, tracking how a patient's disease evolves over time and how it responds to treatment. This dynamic feedback loop allows for ongoing adjustments to therapy, ensuring that care remains personalized and adaptive. Real-time digital pathology empowers clinicians to move beyond generic protocols and to embrace truly individualized medicine. By harnessing the power of molecular data, advanced imaging, and AI, we can deliver treatments that are safer, more effective, and precisely tailored to each patient's needs. Speaking of AI is rapidly becoming indispensable in pathology. By automating routine tasks and analyzing vast amounts of data, AI algorithms enhance diagnostic accuracy and efficacy. AI-powered image analysis can uncover subtle patterns and biomarkers that may be overlooked by the human eye, revolutionizing disease detection, prognostication, and treatment planning. What sets AI apart is its ability to learn from large data sets, identifying complex patterns and correlations that would be impossible for a single human, or indeed a team of humans, to process. AI-driven digital pathology tools also address workforce shortages and streamline workflows, supporting time-intensive activities such as triaging cases, identifying cancers, and interpreting biomarker assays, potentially reducing errors. Moreover, AI is transforming pathology from a reactive to a proactive discipline. Predictive algorithms can assess risk, forecast disease progression, and even suggest personalized treatment options based on molecular and cellular features detected in tissue samples. As AI continues to evolve, it will not only augment the expertise of pathologists, but also enable new models of care, such as remote diagnostics, real-time decision support, and integrated collaboration. So AI is not just a tool, it is a true partner in diagnosis, empowering pathologists to deliver faster, more accurate, and more personalized patient care. Imagine the power of AI coupled with live, real-time, point-of-care digital pathology workflows, and you can start to see the possibilities that drive us at Optiscan. We are currently building AI Assist decision support software for oral, breast, and GI oncological surgery. We anticipate that many more AI applications will be built by us and by others on our imaging platform. So let's take this vision even further. Looking ahead, the convergence of super high-resolution cellular imaging data, AI, robotics, and molecular imaging is ushering a new era of precision surgery. One of the most exciting concepts is the use of cellular GPS, a term I use to describe the ability to guide surgical tools in real time using molecular biomarkers as navigational beacons. In practical terms, molecular biomarkers, unique proteins, genes, or other molecules expressed by diseased or healthy tissue, can be detected and visualized during surgery. Advanced imaging systems integrated with AI can highlight these biomarkers on digital displays, providing surgeons with real-time map of tissue boundaries, tumor margins, and critical structures at the cellular level. This enables the surgical team to distinguish healthy from diseased with unprecedented accuracy. So imagine a scenario where during a tumor resection, an AI algorithm analyzes live microscopic grade imaging data, overlays that with color-coded patterns on the surgeon's digital display, indicating the presence of a specific biomarker. The robotic surgical instrument, guided by this cellular GPS, can perform autonomous resections at the cellular level, ensuring complete removal of cancerous cells while sparing healthy tissue. The surgeon plans, supervises, and intervenes as needed, but the process is fundamentally transformed by the integration of molecular data, real-time analytics, cellular-level visualization, and complete digitalization. There have been significant financial benefits already made by adopting whole-slide imaging digital pathology platforms. These include operational efficiency, cost savings to hospitals, financial benefits to payers and insurance companies, and direct financial benefits for patients. At Optiscan, we believe the benefits we are already witnessing in back-end whole-slide digital pathology are further magnified by adopting front-end real-time point-of-care digital pathology solutions. As an example, our modeling shows that adopting real-time digital section pathology in contrast to frozen section pathology in breast-conserving surgery can reduce surgical procedure time by 50%, tripling OR throughput, can cut surgical procedure costs by 66%, can double revenue, reduce repeat surgeries by 2/3, and achieve capital purchase payback in less than a year. Transitioning to digital section pathology can deliver faster, more accurate, and less invasive assessments while still driving significant operational and financial benefits for hospitals, clinicians, payers, and patients alike. And the impact of digital pathology reaches far beyond human healthcare. We're proud to be taking a leading role in the revolution, whether it be in health sciences research, veterinary medicine, or in education, training, and global collaboration. Of course, there are other emerging technologies that are being developed, and these may add value to the clinical and surgical pathway in due course. Technologies like light sheet fluorescence microscopy, hyperspectral and multimodal imaging, multiphoton imaging, and tissue clearing, to name but a few. These are yet to demonstrate their value in clinical practice, but warrant watchful monitoring. While real-time digital pathology promises to revolutionize clinical decision-making and patient outcomes, several regulatory and technical challenges and hurdles must be addressed for us to fully realize its potential. These major hurdles include regulatory gaps, technical challenges, and operational and workforce challenges. A significant hurdle is the lack of standardized test methods that allow for direct correlation between technical performance, such as image quality or data integrity, and clinical performance, such as diagnostic accuracy or patient outcomes. Successful deployment of real-time digital pathology requires training of pathologists and surgeons and IT staff. Change management strategies must address resistance to new workflows and ensure that users are comfortable with digital tools. Many organizations face challenges related to infrastructure immaturity, including insufficient IT support, bandwidth limitations, and lack of integration with existing clinical systems. Overcoming these obstacles will require collaboration amongst regulators, industry, technology vendors, healthcare providers to harmonize standards, to streamline approval approaches, pathways, and to foster innovation. Ultimately, enabling digital pathology to deliver on its promise of improved diagnostic accuracy, efficiency, and improved patient outcomes. Given these regulatory challenges, it's essential to reflect on the lessons learned from radiology, a field that has already navigated many of the technical and operational challenges we now face in pathology. The successful rollout of digital radiology hinged on several key factors which are equally relevant to us in digital pathology. In radiology, interoperability enables different systems, imaging devices, hospital information systems, cloud platforms to exchange and use data seamlessly. It is the foundation on which radiology is built. Without it, digital transformation is undermined by fragmented workflows and siloed data. DICOM is the universal language of medical imaging and the backbone of interoperability in radiology. PACS has transformed how medical images are stored, accessed, and shared. PACS integration with DICOM and other standards allow instant access to imaging data, automated data exchange, and optimized workflows. For this to occur, we must adopt standards ensuring all digital pathology systems support DICOM and HL7 for image and data exchange. This will allow digital pathology systems to communicate with laboratory information systems, electronic health records, and other clinical databases. As we advance digital pathology, it's imperative that we build on these lessons to create a future where data flows seamlessly, collaboration is effortless, and patient care is truly transformed. Optiscan imaging stands at the forefront of digital pathology and precision surgery, setting a new standard for real-time, high-resolution microscopic imaging across multiple clinical environments. By integrating advanced confocal microscopy, digital workflows, Optiscan technology enables clinicians to visualize cellular structures in vivo or ex vivo with unprecedented clarity, fidelity, and speed. Our systems are designed to bridge that gap between surgery and pathology. Our systems are all tissue agnostic, DICOM compliant, PACS enabled, cloud connected, AI supported, and can be integrated into open, laparoscopic, or robotic surgical platforms. Our commitment to innovation, interoperability, and user-centric design is not only transforming how tissue is examined and interpreted, but also democratizing access to precision imaging, making advanced digital pathology a practical reality for healthcare providers and patients worldwide. In closing, digital pathology is transforming healthcare by enhancing diagnostic efficiency and accuracy, enabling global collaboration, and accelerating research. It is democratizing education and training, making precision health accessible to more patients at an earlier stage of their disease. As we embrace digital pathology and the digital revolution in digital pathology, we must continue to innovate, collaborate, and address the challenges ahead. The future of pathology is upon us, and it is entirely digital. Thank you.